All right, everyone. Thanks so much for hanging out this evening. If you're live on Twitch or if you're watching later on YouTube, this is episode 7 of the Courtside Central live show. So excited to be here, talk some basketball. We had a big night for NBA fans and players and just anyone who likes basketball yesterday. They had the NBA All-Star Game, Slam Dunk Contest, the Skills Challenge, 3-point. So we're going to talk about everything that happened last night. And I got some of my co-hosts here with me. One of them is missing again. um, I don't even know. I'll let him explain himself next time he comes on the show here.
But contact tracing from getting a haircut.
There you go. Getting a haircut, y'all. It's risky these days, especially if you're in the line of work as a sports player. It's very risky because you might not be able to play for a week or two.
No kidding.
Oh, that's true. BG. So BG brings up a good point before I introduce our host here. She lives more for the March Madness selection show. So BG, in the Discord right now, there's a channel in the NBA channel. We've posted or non-posted a link for brackets. So if you want to do a bracket, we're gonna get as many people as we can to do brackets. We'll see who gets closer to getting the right one.
Bragging rights.
Yeah, some bragging rights. So if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord right there. It's in the link on Twitch, and we talk basketball and video games and everything else. So, but yeah. But right now, we're gonna introduce the co-hosts here, and so I'm gonna introduce Nam first. So this week we're doing a little something different. So Nam had a suggestion as to since there was a dunk contest yesterday, just everyone name or show their most memorable dunk in the dunk contest. And so that's what we're doing here. So Nam, his is first. So Stone, go ahead and roll the footage here.
Yeah. Contest? My bad.
Yeah,
in favor for the dunk contest. Just wanted to talk about the most memorable dunks that everyone had in their life as well. Just watching. So got some dunks here for y'all to kind of sit and enjoy and go through memory lane with us.
Yeah.
Nom's Dunk Memories is sponsored to you by Topo Chico.
Oh boy.
I can do this. I can sell stuff, guys. I can do this.
Oh my goodness. Wait, did you play it yet? Or am I not?
You should see it.
Played it?
Oh, I'm not seeing it.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you guys might need to. Oh, it's on stream for whatever reason, but it's not showing up in here for whatever reason. It's kind of interesting.
It's not showing up on Discord.
Hold on.
The screen has cricket noise.
Cricket noises.
Alright, let's try this again.
Let's see if this works. That's really weird.
Watch.
Interesting.
All I see is YouTube video. It's paused right now.
Yep, that's interesting. Because it's up, but I'm not getting.
Oh, are you sharing the wrong?
It should be. Can you guys hear it? I guess is the next question.
I can hear you. I can hear stuff in the background, but that's probably just because of your mic catching it.
Yeah.
Okay.
With us, you're sharing.
I'm gonna try something.
That's YouTube.
I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna open this window, and then share.
While we're waiting, BG says he's gonna do a bracket for sure. Awesome, BG. I
Heck
need to get mine going.
That's what's up. Yeah,
There
I think
we go.
the selection teams won't kick in until the 14th, but you guys can get your brackets in
that was bizarre.
Okay, cool. I was gonna ask you when we needed to do that.
So I know that the stream saw it, but we'll do it again. We'll run it.
Yeah, let's do it again.
And I believe Shitz has kept it alive again, did he?
That was weird.
Logo.
Barbecue chicken.
Logo.
Let's go.
So was that the
All right.
first time that had ever happened? Because
Yeah.
the way you listen to the announcers talk, it's like That has
Oh,
never, ever happened.
That's the first time that's ever happened. Oh, wait, was I supposed to be talking about my dunk? My bad.
I mean, your dunk is self-explanatory. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so 1993, I was a little young pup during this time. But Shaq took down the goal. Let me tell you something. When I was young, I had this recording on VHS because I recorded NBA games on VHS. For people who don't know what VHS is, YouTube it, Wikipedia.
I did the same thing. Same thing now.
Oh, did you? Word. And let me tell you something. You know, big old Shaq took down that goal. And I got so excited when I first saw this. I went to my next door neighbors who were like my best friends. And I was like, guys, you have to check this out. This is insane. Big Diesel comes in. This is before he became Big Diesel, though.
Boom.
Shit, if he wasn't named Big Diesel after that, I don't know what you're doing, because after that happened, they're like, okay, guys, we need some redesigns on these goals,
Yeah,
because
they definitely structurally made those more sound.
Yeah.
that is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
No, he definitely changed the game because he made this change. But also, if you guys didn't know, during the time of like NBA Live and NBA Live during that time, they started implementing broken backboard because of Shaq. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
which I missed right now because I would love to see broken backboards in 2K, but that's never gonna happen.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Nope, only an NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Wait, the announcer's over here talking about a shot clock violation? What?
Yeah,
Dude, he
because-
just broke the backboard.
Because the shot clock hit him in the back.
Yeah,
He's like,
shot clock hit Shaq in the back of the head.
he's making a joke. So
Oh my goodness.
most memorable dunk, I had one too that I wasn't necessarily PG, so I didn't want to put it up.
Could you imagine having, like, witnessed that
wasn't
in
PG,
real
like that.
time?
How was a dunk
Yeah.
not PG?
I'll post it. I'll post it up on our Discord for y'all
Okay.
to watch, and I'll actually be like, I'll tell y'all what to look at, and then.
All
Oh
right.
my goodness.
So this was Nick's.
Hey guys, I want to pick Zach because I love Zach. I really love Zach Levine. Like,
What's funny?
Because I have a punchable face. Too.
What's funny is like this particular dunk that Nick chose was out of a highlight reel that I was looking at for one of my dunks.
Okay, everyone, hold on. I'm not saying Nick has a punchable face, but Nam has said that Zach Levine has a
very
punchable
punchable
face.
face. I don't know what it is.
We'll
about
let
Zach
Nick listen to this playback and we'll see what he thinks.
Look, this is what he gets for not being here. All right.
Like,
It's
hey,
like, I don't know why Nam thinks he has the punchable face. I think he's so handsome. He looks good. Just you know, look at him. He looks like
Zach Levine though
So-
is a freaking beast
Oh,
though.
he can dunk. Now
Yeah, he
this,
can dunk.
out of all his dunks, I was talking to Nick earlier,
Mhm.
because we thought we were doing just from dunk contest, not just.
Yeah, that
from
was my
dunk.
bad. That was my bad.
Go ahead and pause it here. Go ahead and pause it.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was telling him like I was giving him like grief, or I wasn't agreeing with that pick from Zach Levine,
Mhm.
but it is most memorable, so that one I guess is fine. But between he was saying he was from the free throw line or close to. I was
Yeah,
like, if it was the free throw line, then I would have gave
his
Yeah.
hey, that's a great dunk. But
Hit-
he was pretty far. in.
Yeah, I would say that his heel, the back of his foot, was like, if not on the line, a little in front of the free throw line. You know what I mean?
Still impressive.
Oh yeah, I mean the duck was nuts, but I mean, he definitely wasn't jumping from the free throw line. All right, Robles.
Like the Magic, just because Shaq broke a backward. Oh, for real? Just because he's like they didn't win games, but he broke backboards.
He broke. He was a game changer for real because they had to change the goals.
Also,
Yeah.
Shadow agrees with you. Nom with the punchable face.
Yeah. See, there we go. I love it.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, this is so again, I thought we were just doing dunk contests. So this one blew my mind. This was the first
Oh,
dunk.
Yeah. I was.
yeah.
Look at Shaq's face, like that windmill, and just like the power he had when he dunked that.
Yeah.
Once he did that, the crowd knew it was over. This is like no
Well,
one's beating this guy.
so what's funny is again, like I was also thinking about doing Vince Carter because, I mean, you're right. After this one dunk, it was over. But you know, he had what, 2 more?
He had 2 more. So he had a Tracy McGrady bounce under the legs, and then he had the one where he stuck his arm
In the rim.
But
Yeah,
this one to me was my favorite. Like just the flash and style of it, just windmill, and he was just flying, dude. And he threw it down with power. And
I mean,
don't
Vince
know, I love
Carter's
that one.
Vince Carter's still arguably the greatest dunker of all time.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of his dunks.
Dude is
really.
a freak.
But that one was memorable to me because the dunk contest there hadn't been a dunk contest in a while. And so, like, when he did that first dunk, it was like, okay, the dunk contest is back. It's back.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember, like, getting super excited about that. So
Yeah, his dunks, even his in-game dunks, some of them were just outrageous.
Oh, man, the USA team where he dunked over that dude? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
many.
like legit over him, and it wasn't like
Yep.
he dunked it, hung onto the rim, and then just kind of hit the momentum, took him. Like he legit jumped over the guy.
Jumped over him. Yeah.
Wasn't that dude like 7 foot or some shit like that?
Yeah, he was 7 foot.
Yeah, he didn't
That's
know he
insane.
was in the dunk contest.
Yeah.
He's one of the, one
he
of
got-
the guys just standing there.
He got legally baptized by Vince Carter that day.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Zach Smackers.
All right, so this was my pick, and again, I had so many picks I wanted to do, but I went with this one because when I saw it for the first time, I was like, I need a replay.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
That's
Like he essentially sat on the ball, bringing it under him, and was able to, you know, bring it around him and just completely power that thing down. It blew my, I had a double take even though they were showing replays because I was just like, how?
Yeah, that
How?
that whole dunk contest was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That was one to remember. I also talked with Nick about this, and I don't agree with Zach Levine winning that contest. I think Aaron Gordon should have won it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know how y'all feel about that, but I told Nick, I said if no one else puts this dunk in, it has to be shown. So I'm glad you picked it.
Oh,
Stone.
dude.
yeah, I'm glad you had it. I'm glad you picked it.
Yeah,
Now-
that was like it's like easily one of my favorite dunks in the dunk contest, like
That
bar
one?
none.
His
Yeah.
other dunk too with the mascot, where the mascot was just standing there and he's like, nah, and then he starts because the timing on that
Was
one
it?
had
Is
to
it
be
the one where he
perfect.
makes the mascot spin?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
makes the mascot
Yeah.
spin,
Yeah.
and he had to time it just right. And man, I thought that was
Yeah.
one of the best dunks in the contest as well. Like those two dunks are incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got? Oh,
And
Shadow,
so
you there?
The honorable
Shadow.
mention.
Honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable mention. Shadow, since we love you so much, we wanted to put you on here. This is your favorite dunk. Is when the human highlight film, Dominique Wilkins, the more.
That is not a block. That's not a bird block.
Nope,
Yeah,
immortalized.
that is
This is how Larry Bird has been immortalized in the histories of basketball, being dunked on by the human highlight film. So
He tried. Okay, I will give it to him. He tried to block.
He did
It
try.
was all
Some
effort.
People are like,
some people would ran off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
There was
I would-
effort there at least. Most guys would have just got out of the way, you know, like they'd have just dipped out.
oh man, he did get dunked on though.
He did.
Yeah, he did. I actually had a couple. I was gonna put one of Bird just dunking. I thought that, but I you know.
Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna go ahead and hate all of y'all right now.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's only 17 minutes. Damn it.
Oh my goodness.
we got love for you.
So those, I know that's a little long, but those are our intros. Brought to you by Powerade and whatever mineral water drinks Nam is drinking over there.
There you go.
One day, we can dream, right? We can dream. No sub
Oh,
parties.
man.
Look, in my defense, Shadow, the owner of this Twitch channel, I didn't see that until right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I legit didn't see it until I got the video from Nick. So
See,
Like,
that was all Nick.
So that was
Nick edited the video. He threw it all together.
See, Nick could have easily have taken it out of there, you know. I mean, it wasn't, but he didn't.
True.
So.
And what's funny is he's not even here to defend himself, so he's essentially just as guilty.
Exactly.
And whose fault is that? All right. Well, moving on. That's us. We got Jay Stone, Nam, and me on the show tonight. So thanks for hanging out again. If you're on Twitch or watching on YouTube. So yeah, those were some good picks, y'all. I wish we could just watch dunks all night because it's so much fun.
Yeah, I kind of said this morning to Nick and Robus, I was like, I'm half expecting Nam to just pick that Blake Griffin dunk over the hood of the car just to be a troll.
I weirdly have a dislike for not only Zach Levine but like Blake Griffin and Aaron Gordon because I expect more out of those guys.
Yeah.
So I definitely wouldn't have chosen, which was funny that you guys would have chose two people that I really kind of dislike in basketball right now, in Aaron Gordon and Zach Levine as a highlight.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like, what the hell?
Just want to pop in, say hi, good night, because I'm going to sleep. Hey, Justine, thanks so much for stopping on in. I hope you have a great night.
Sleep well, Justine.
Yes, sleep well.
Yes, good night, Justine.
Shadow wants to remind us that Bird did dunk on some fools,
yes.
Back, which that is embarrassing, getting dunked on by, what do you call little muffin boys or what do you? No, Larry Bird's more than that.
Oh
but
gosh.
But still, it's like getting dunked. Yeah, I see your point there, Shadow. I see your point there.
That's funny.
You'd be surprised at how many times that Larry Dunk actually dunked in the game. Watching some of his highlights, I was kind of surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, moving on. We wanted to talk before we get into all the All-Star stuff. We wanted to talk about a trade that happened. So Blake Griffin, this is a big one, getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets, and so this happened over. I guess it was like official today or yesterday.
Yeah,
I know it was.
I think it was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
And so just kind of want to give our thoughts on what we think about this trade because we've been talking about the Brooklyn Nets and like what we think they need to, win the title this year, get a ring. And so I'll move it over to you first, Nam. What do you think about the trade with the Blake Griffin trade?
Blake Griffin signing with I
guess it wasn't a trade; it was more of a signing, right?
Yeah. He got bought out by Detroit. Then he decided to sign with Brooklyn. I'm actually kind of sad about this one. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wanted because I think there was conversations about him possibly going to Boston and some other teams to LA with the Lakers and whatnot. So, to kind of go back into our conversation and sometime in the future, our future conversation about this would be the time when I'm okay when a former All-Star player leaves and signs with a team to win a championship because it's more or less past his prime, but he's still good enough to do something. I didn't lie when I said earlier that if Brooklyn signs Andre Drummond, that it's over. It's the Brooklyn Nets season, and I still feel the same way. I think this will help the Nets in a lot of ways, in a sense that we were talking about the bench depth and that they needed to kind of succeed. And I think if Blake Griffin, whether or not he becomes a starter or he's a bench guy, they'll move Jeff Green to the bench. I think that'll add some depth for that team to succeed. But I think he'll make an impact. He can still kind of help get like 20 points whenever need be here and there. But I think he's got to get at least 10 and 10. 10 points, 10 rebounds at the very least, and just kind of help cover the front end. But he's not going to be dunking like he used to, though, because, he hadn't dunked since 2019.
I was going to say, it's been a while.
I mean, but for Chris Paul, you're going to see if Lob City is better with Kyrie Irving. So I'm just saying.
I mean, ooh. Well, I'll give my thoughts here in a second. But what about you, Stone? Let's hear the Blake Griffin trade to the Nets.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm indifferent about it. Because I honestly don't know what he, outside of maybe the depth that Num's talking about, I'm not entirely sure what else he brings to that team. I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, if he's a bench guy, then okay. it's someone that you can rotate in that can get you, 12 points, 15 points, hopefully, whatever. That is what it is. But like when you talk about the Nets and their lack of defense, like I just don't know if Blake Griffin is a guy you bring in for something like that. And you know what? Maybe they're not even thinking that. They're just like, well, we can get Blake Griffin, so let's get Blake Griffin. And maybe it is. Maybe it's just a depth thing. And maybe Nam hit it on the head where it's just like they just need some guys to come off the bench that can give them some points while, a couple of the starters are out. Because when I look at Blake Griffin's career, he's never been a top tier defender. He can defend, but as it is now, I don't know if defense is something they're bringing him in for, because I don't know that's something that he's ever been an all-star at. I could be wrong, but I've never seen it. So I'm just indifferent about bringing him in, because again, I'm not entirely sure outside of depth what he does for that team.
Yeah. And I agree with you as far as I don't think they brought him in for defense. I do not think that's the reason they brought him in. Now, will it help if he maybe focuses a little more on defense than he has in his career, like before this? Then that would be just more. That'll be more that he can bring to the table. But I think it, like kind of what Shadow's saying here, some veteran experience, a solid 6th or 7th man. I think they did bring him in to maybe take some of the load off of the Kyrie, Harden, and Durant, especially going into the playoffs. If they know they're, if they're at a seed that they like and they can rest up, or maybe there's some games that, they think they can win. Maybe it's one of those sitting out, and then Blake Griffin can come put, like Nam said, I like what Nam said there. He needs to be a 10 and 10 guy. And that's what they need from him. Like Nam hit the nail on the head right there. He needs to fight for rebounds, get those rebounds, and score 10 points.
Yeah.
And he's very capable of scoring 10 points. His shooting's gotten a lot better the last few years, especially with the Pistons, because he hasn't gotten a dunk. His athleticism's not there anymore to where it was. It's still there to a degree, but not when he was Lob City. Like he's not going to be catching lobs like he was in LA. Now, if he can use that athleticism, maybe not to dunk, but to get up and block some shots, I think that's going to be a key part for him. So
yeah,
hopefully he can step up his defense a little bit, knowing that, hey, I don't need to be the offense doesn't need to run through me, basically, and I'll get my shots when I can, but I'll get rebounds, get some assists, because he's not a bad passer. I think he's a decent passer as well. So yeah, I like what Nam said there. The 10 and 10 really resonates with me. Like I feel like that's what he needs to do. So
yeah, I agree. I just it's just one of those things where it's like I saw that he got moved, and I was just like, okay, well, so another All-Star is going to Brooklyn. But what does this particular one do for them as a team? And so I don't know, like everything, we'll see how it plays out. How long is KD out for?
Oh God, I don't know.
Is this another season-ending?
No,
it's not season-ending. Okay. I know that.
It's not. He'll be back before the playoffs, but I for me, just because I'm a fantasy, I own him in fantasy basketball. I don't know, but it's good for him to be out for the time being. I think he's still out for like another. I think they were talking about him being out for another week or so just to get some rest. So.
I gotcha.
Brooklyn would be like, give me big names in a ring. Our stats tracker, Lauren, is gonna let us know how long KD is out for. Thank you, thank you, Shadow. All right, so those are our thoughts on the Blake Griffin trade. So moving on to our main topic, it's just All-Star Sunday. Everything that went down All-Star Sunday. We're just going to go in the order that everything happened with. So they had the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, the All-Star game, and then the slam dunk was in the middle. But we'll probably go over the slam dunk before the All-Star game. And so that's what happened. So we're going to get first into the skills challenge. So the skills challenge, I I just want to say, like, I like the skills challenge. I love it, but I think they need to bring back the bounce pass. I feel like the bounce pass is a skillful pass, and I feel like the chest pass and also the bounce, because I feel like the bounce pass is gonna mess up some of the, not all of them, but might mess up some of the bigs a little more than just a chest pass. But shout out to the bigs for winning it this time around. So I'll just go through our picks. So Nam actually picked the winner. So congrats to Nam. You want to say anything on Sabonis? Why you picked him, or let's hear your thoughts now.
Oh, kind of like what you were talking about there earlier. Like for some reason, the skills challenge has been a big man's game, and Sabonis came in second place last year, so I was pretty impressed with his ability. And I looked at the group, I was just kind of like, so if I had to choose somebody from this group that I thought would win, that had to be a big man. Sabonis had to be, especially his dad. I didn't realize his dad was never an All-Star, which
I heard that too, and I can't believe that.
yeah, I can't believe it because his dad was amazing.
Like, I loved watching him play.
And kind of like I think if you guys watched the actual skills challenge, Dwayne Wade said it best: the pass is generally with the one that messes people up the most. And Sabonis's dad was just an amazing passer, so I didn't think Domantas was going to have a issue with that.
That's
more
true.
his shooting. I was kind of surprised about his shooting, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, because the first two rounds, I think he hit the three like on the first shot, which was really crazy. So yeah, last year, Bam Adebayo won it. So I actually forgot Sabonis was
Runner up.
competing against him. Yeah, so that might have changed my thing. But I went with Luka, who was a disappointment. Luka Magic. It didn't even look like he was trying. Like it looked like he still had his, those sweatpants with the buttons. Do y'all remember those?
Yeah.
Okay, it felt like he had those pants on still, like he didn't take them off, and some of the buttons were undone, and he was just like warming up, like he was jogging. He wasn't even trying, and it was a real disappointment. I can't believe now I know next year I'm not going. If Luka's in it again, I can't do it. Can't do it. But Nick had Julius Randle, who was out in the first round. So Sabonis actually beat Luka and Julius Randle. So he beat mine and Nick's pick. Now Stone went with CP3. So why did you go with CP3?
I honestly picked him as a veteran guy and a guy who's been in the league for a while. I figured he's technically sound as far as basketball skills. I figured I have anyone on this list to go for. Why not Chris Paul? It's I've grown on Chris Paul. I just have, and again, he's
okay.
like
I was with you then.
But I do. I think he's proficient as a ball player, and of all the like competitions they have at the during the All-Star break, or the challenges and stuff. Skills challenge, right? It sounds to me would seem like something that's right up his alley.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The skills challenge to me feels like that's where a guard,
right?
Because they got to be skillful when they're passing. And like, I forgot who it was. It was either Kenny Smith or Dwayne Wade. Somebody was it Kenny? He's like,
Kenny was mad.
I would not let a big guy beat me in a skills challenge.
Yeah,
like, that is just. So I kind of with him. So that's why I went with Luka, and like CP3 honestly would have been my next choice to go with it.
Spoken like a true point guard.
But yeah, I mean, so Luka and CP3, they had a chance too, because they both got buys the first round. So they had their chance and they just blew it. And so
it was because Stone chose Chris Paul. He was already 0-5. In skills competition in general. So now he's 0-6. Thank you, Stone, for fixing him.
Shadow is rooting for Chris Paul as well. So she got back with us about KD. They're not saying when KD will be back, so we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, don't worry, I won't let him go. But
I don't think. Yeah, Luka wouldn't have made it past the first round if he had a bye. I agree. The way he was looking on
No,
that skills challenge.
did
he
it
was,
feel like he was trying to do the Larry Bird thing where he was just keeping his warm ups on? Like I don't know.
I just
I mean,
think
it's
he
possible.
wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
He
like
wasn't ready.
But shout out to Vucevic, who made it to the finals with Sabonis. Vucevic, I cannot say his name. He actually, speed-wise, was ahead of Sabonis, but he just couldn't hit that three-point shot. And
He
so
put a lot of arc on that three.
he put a lot of arc, yeah. So, I mean, either way, a big man was going to win. So shout
Was
out
it
to
like
Sabonis.
Derek Fisher arc on his shot, or just like a subtle arc? Because Derek Fisher, when he took shots,
Nah,
that
I think it was more subtle.
okay. Because I remember that Derek Fisher arc in Oklahoma City. That thing was brutal.
Yeah, I remember that too. I mean, it would go in though. And Donovan goes in.
If that was his shot, that was his shot. But I'm just saying, that arc was nuts.
So yeah, huge congrats to Domantas Sabonis. I'm really liking his play with the Pacers. So he's got the Skills Challenge trophy to his name, and hopefully they'll go on and do some good things, go deep in the playoffs this year with the Pacers. So moving on, we got the 3-point contest next. I love the 3-point contest. I don't know about y'all, but
it's fun to watch.
It's fun to
watch.
watch.
My favorite event.
Yeah.
Contest.
I think I might agree because I love the dunk contest, but it's always like hit or miss. To where the 3-point contest, I always feel like, okay, there's competition. Well, kind of,
Oh no, there was competition.
There was competition though. Shadow says, "Don't you dare compare Bird."
to that.
So let's go. So the 3-point contestants, we had Steph Curry, Mike Conley, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Zach Levine, and Donovan Mitchell. So Stone went with Donovan Mitchell. And why did you go with him, Stone?
Because I don't know. I honestly felt like he had a good chance at winning. I purposely didn't pick Steph because I figured that was the given, right? Like I figured Steph is the cheat code, right? So I was just like, sure, Steph is probably the favorite to win, but I don't want to pick him. So I went with Donovan Mitchell. I felt like he had a great shot to win, but the human cheat code was not going to let that happen. So
no, negative. So Nam's first original choice was Devin Booker, and which is a good choice, if he played basketball. He let me down as well in the All-Star game. But anyways, so who did you actually end up going with again, Nam?
So I ended up going with Zach Levine, but just kind of continue on what Shadow said real quick. The addition of the Mountain Dew ball, yeah, I agree. I absolutely love the addition of the Mountain
That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome.
And I'm not going to lie, I forgot about it.
It made me wish Dame was in this contest.
Right, exactly.
That was actually going to be my next thing, too, is like, where was Dame in this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand where he was there on the sideline. Why didn't he just jump? It would have been cool if he would have been like that impromptu. He's like, hold up, nah. Take off his jacket.
That would have been really cool.
Take off his jacket, be like, no, I can't let this happen, and just go and just go do it. But I forgot about that. Mountain Dew ball, that 29 feet shot, which Shadow puts 29 9 inches.
That is nuts.
Yeah,
and they make it look effortless.
No, say that again. Stefferless.
Stefferless. Good Lord.
So my actual choice was Zach Levine. Zach Levine's been balling at the 3-point line this year, like absolutely balling at the 3-point line. But the thing about the 3-point contest, besides Larry Bird, is like likelihood that you're probably like the person that you think is going to win the 3-point contest generally doesn't just go out and win the 3-point contest.
That's true.
Because I've said that a few times, like in the last few years, I've been burnt. I chose Devin Booker because I thought Devin Booker had a really good chance at winning. But then, of course, Mike Conley subbed. And I thought about taking Mike Conley just because I felt that he had something to prove. But I ended up taking Zach Levine. And that was a bad choice. I should have taken Mike Conley. But
that was a bad choice.
I will say this though. I bring this up to you guys. You know, who did you guys think? Because I was kind of surprised at Mike Conley's shot form. I thought it looked really good.
He looked really good.
Yeah, I've never seen him shoot before. But who did y'all think had the ugliest shot form?
Oh, y'all know who it's gonna be.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not.
I was kind of curious because for me, I thought Donovan Mitchell had a really ugly.
I was gonna say Donovan Mitchell, the way
his looked weird.
It's his legs. Like they're like spread out more and kind of like almost like bow-legged.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know. It's not like a straight, like up and down. He does something. Yeah, it's weird to explain, but I mean, yeah, his was kind of rough looking.
Okay, that's kind of who I was actually. Jaylen Brown, I thought looked really good in the first round.
Yeah,
but
he got tired.
I guess he got tired. But who was it? Tatum that was in the final round as well.
Yeah, it was Tatum.
It was Tatum, right? Tatum, Conley, and Steph.
Conley and Steph, yeah.
Tatum's choice of the money ball rack made sense, but then you realize that's his spot when he's doing the side. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. Someone chose a money ball rack on the first.
That was Zach Levine.
Was that? Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird because I feel like you would want to like warm up a little bit, and then as you start catching fire, then it will either be at the wing, top of the key, or the last one.
Yeah.
So the first rack was that was surprising to me. But I was gonna say, so Nick and I, we did choose Steph Curry, who ended up winning. But it's one of those things, like Nam said, you never know on the 3-point contest. Like anything can happen if they're having a good night. But you mentioned Larry Bird, like he had that, and I think Curry is the same way. Like he's gonna, if there's one thing he can do, it's shooting the three and adding that Mountain Dew rack further. Like that's his shot. Like that's
he only made one though, right?
He made two. He made both of them in the final round. In
the final.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the final one was actually close because Tatum had went. He only scored like 17 points, I think. Yo, what's up, Kage? Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, Kage.
Got Kage no Suma. And then Mike Conley got 27, and which was really good. And so Steph was going around, and he had to make those last few balls because I think he got 28.
Yeah.
And it was very close. Conley could easily have won that 3-point contest.
Oh, yeah.
So shout out to Mike Conley. Is this his 14th year in the league? Around there. He's a veteran. And so shout out to Mike Conley for the 3-point contest. He was also in the All-Star game, as his first ever All-Star game. So congrats. Well deserved. Huge congrats to Conley. And huge congrats to Steph Curry for showing why he's one of the best shooters of all time.
If Klay Thompson had been in the 3-point contest, did Steph Curry win?
No, I think Dame would have won if he would have been in the 3-point contest.
Man, imagine that 3-point contest.
Yeah, Klay,
Steph, and Damian Lillard.
Would have been.
So I need you to stream this one, Stone. 2K21.
Okay.
And Bird, Dame,
Steph, Klay.
Steph, Klay, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, all the best 3-pointers, and then so we can make a guess on which you.
That'd be good.
I could actually do that. I could actually set it up, record it, already have the video done.
That'd be fun
before next Monday.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Because but Dan would have won that one. He would have clutched it, made all the shots like from like
20 feet out. Just
wait.
In fact, he would just grab the ball, run out to like the 30-foot line, and start shooting.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on we're gonna talk about the slam dunk contest. So the slam dunk contest, there was only 3 contestants this year, which I was kind of sad about. But we had, what's that?
They only needed 3.
I mean, that's true. So we had Cassius Stanley, who were Nick and Nom's pick to win it. We had Obi Toppin, and then Anfernee Simons, who Stone and I went with. And Anfernee Simons went ahead and took the trophy. So this is gonna be a little bit of a discussion because I know some people feel a certain way about Cassius Stanley's first dunk and how he got robbed, or he should have got higher. So we'll send it over to Nam here, since this was Nam's pick, Cassius. Tell us about Cassius and why you picked him, Nam.
Honestly, I thought he would be, because it actually stemmed from that highlight we watched last week where Cassius Stanley dunked on somebody. And I was like, all right, or was it Cassius Stanley? Maybe it was Anfernee Simons that dunked on somebody. Either way, I was like, Indiana needs some love. I'm gonna go with Indiana boys this time. Some Sabonis and Stanley. And because I know a lot of people were talking about Obi Toppin, but I was thinking Obi Toppin was as an in-game dunker. And the next, I really didn't know about much about Anfernee Simons to really select him, but just kind of like what LeBron had to say about Utah Jazz back when you played basketball games back in the past. No one chose Portland.
Oh my gosh.
But
I'm gonna tell you, they chose Portland more than they chose the Jazz.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna shout out to my homie Johnny Wynn. You always pick the Jazz. I don't know why. I always looked at you weird for choosing the Jazz, but
Faith, that's all it is.
I'm gonna give you props because you were the only one that I knew of that picked the Jazz. And
back when they had Malone and Stockton, or
oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I could see that.
He always created his character and put him on the Jazz and everything. So good for him.
Sounds like Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome likes Stockton. You're right. Like Stockton. Don't get me wrong. You're right. But yeah, I chose Cassius Stanley on this one, and I was a little disappointed with the first dunk because I think his first dunk. I think the score was fair. I just don't think the scores for the other two dunks after that from Anfernee Simons and Obi Toppin were exactly fair as far as the fit is concerned, because I thought Cassius Stanley's first dunk was better than Anfernee Simons' first dunk.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
No, I kind of agree with you as far as the score was correct, but maybe the other guys shouldn't have been as high. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I just feel like I've seen that specific dunk so many times, and he didn't add anything to it. I think if he added a little something, because Obi Toppin, we've seen that dunk, but the way he set it up, like the flash that was involved with it, where he just set it up, he threw it in between his legs behind him and then caught it and then reversed it. Like, that was just an extra little flair that I haven't seen. And that's why I liked his dunk better than Cassius, sorry. Now,
you know about that dunk though, like I sat there and I thought about that dunk, and it looked good on the replay, but then I was just like, basically he just dribbled it between his legs and dunked it.
That's all he did. But I think if Cassius could have added just a little something to change up his first one, like just something, even though we've seen that dunk before, I think it would have gave him a higher score as well. So I think of the flash, and to me, the creativity is where it comes in big for me, because it's hard because it's hard for dunkers to have an original dunk because a lot of them have been done before.
Yeah.
So if you just, add that little twist to make it your own, like that gives me like I'm going to score a little higher just because of that little twist in it.
No, I absolutely agree with you there. And it's like, that was the one thing that this one lacked. Cassius Stanley really lacked was creativity. Sorry, Stone.
No, you're good, man. I was just saying that, like, what I get, like, like Lauren was saying, like the jerseys and all that stuff. Like, that stuff is cool. Like, if you're gonna rep someone's jersey, and do a dunk that they did, like, to me, that's kind of cool. But like, I feel like you still have to add like your own little thing to it to personalize it, because you're just, you're just doing somebody else's dunk already. Like, I get, when you wear their jersey or something, it's like, okay, this is a throwback, whatever. But I still feel like if you add your own little whatever little flair you have to it to kind of make it, to personalize it, I think that, to me, that's a better dunk. But I don't know, man. Like, I think you were right when you said this earlier, Robus, that the dunk contests are really hit or miss. They're really entertaining or they're not. And this one was it wasn't as like it to me it wasn't as entertaining as previous contests have been. But you know, it is what it is. I don't know why the format changed so much. I don't know why what made them decide okay, well these are our three. You know, and
well, it felt short too. Like the final round was like, I was like looking at it, I was like, oh wait, it's over now. Like they were choosing a winner. Like I felt like they should have had at least one more dunk each. I thought it was kind of cut short.
Yeah, I was the same because I didn't realize that was even a thing, or maybe that was new this year. I don't know, where they just, you know, when it's down to the last two, they just pick who they think the winner is. Like,
I actually like that. Nam had mentioned this on the pre-show, where they have to choose a winner. It's not going off scores. Like everyone's giving a 9, and then one person gives them the 8, and that messes. Like, choose a winner. I actually like that they did that. Choose a winner, and that's who takes home the trophy.
I mean, it simplifies it for sure. Definitely makes that decision easier. But
I think
no, that's
better.
Yeah, I think it's a lot better too. Shadow says Taco Fall should have been in it.
Dude, I'm gonna say what. I'm gonna tell you what. I would love to see Taco Fall in the slam dunk contest.
I would have loved to see him in the 3-point, the skills. I would have loved to see him everywhere. I just love that. I love that dude.
I think Taco Fall.
Taco.
He would win. He'd get the sentimental favorite right here.
I love that guy. I see, and like Lauren was saying here, showmanship, the creativity does count. Like even though Anfernee Simons did the same dunk that Tracy McGrady did.
First off, Tracy McGrady. Seriously, that's who I'm gonna pick.
I know. When everyone saw the Dino jersey, which my wife was like, was that really their jersey back then? I was like, yep, that was.
Yeah, that logo was that is like one of my favorite logos of all time.
I was gonna say, don't be hating because I love that jersey.
No, she loved it, but she's like, oh, I could see how that's like a kind of like a little Mickey Mouse, or she mentioned Chuck E. Cheese, like,
okay.
like kind of childish, but she likes it. I love.
She need to check out the Vancouver Grizzlies. Then that's what she needs to do.
Oh, I'll show her that jersey. I'll show her that one too.
I love the Grizzly jerseys too. I mean,
but you know, when they first showed the Raptor, everyone thought, oh, he's doing a Vince Carter dunk.
Dude, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, here he goes.
Then he did the McGrady, which McGrady's also a great dunker, also a good dunker. But I was gonna say, just that little flair, like he could have just done that dunk and it would have been whatever. But because he put the jersey on and did that dunk, it adds a little showmanship. Like, it's still the same dunk, but it's so. Well, yeah, go over now.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt. I will say this: I think that was his best dunk. Was the Tracy McGrady dunk? I'm not gonna lie. And
I think I would agree with you on that.
And as like I said, we can argue about that. And I think that was his best dunk because he did it with the same kind of veracity that like T-Mac would do, even though T-Mac wouldn't be our first choice. But I felt like the other two dunks that Anfernee Simons, which by the way, shoot out to the after show. If you guys stay for the after show, you guys will get to see the dunk contest.
Yeah, we're gonna give them our own scores after.
Our own scores of the dunk contest, But I agree with Kenny, as weird as it sounds. I don't feel like the other two dunks that he had, like he really went there to go get those two dunks.
I kind of agree. I don't agree with the first dunk though. I mean,
I don't.
He went up and got it. I don't know what else you want from that.
Dude, like he could have put some more flair in that first dunk.
Because you know how high that was? How much more flair do you?
You're talking about where he grabbed it off like the little...
Yeah, the little goal.
Yeah.
You could have grabbed it, did a reverse dunk or something else other than just grabbing it and dunking it.
Listen, I've never flown in my life before, so I don't know how, he might be scared of heights, for being that high in the air, and you just got to come down and dunk it.
Because that feels like to me like that Dwight Howard dunk where he dunked like the 12-foot goal. Or the really tall goal.
I remember that. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, was Dwight Howard's dunk.
Yeah, with Dwight Howard's dunk, where Dwight Howard just jumped and dunked. I was like, well, that's nice, Dwight. You're 7 foot tall,
Yeah. It's like, it's little things like that I kind of agree with, where it's just like, okay, but like if you were, 6'11" or something and you dunked on, like that would be mind boggling, but you're a giant.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so
I asked this. Yeah, go ahead. Say what Shadow mentioned.
well, let's just say Shadow says it was 11 feet. So for his height, I mean, I agree. That's pretty impressive.
So Cassius Stanley is 2 inches taller, just 2 inches taller. Tell me that Cassius Stanley couldn't do that same dunk.
I mean, I until I see it, I believe he can.
I was like, I think Cassius Stanley could do it and make it look just as easy. I think if they would have thrown like a reverse in there or something like that, even though I can't dunk, though don't get me wrong, we had dunk contests on 7-foot goals. I can't dunk either, but I think he could have taken that and did a reverse out of that.
I guess my thing is, I would have loved to seen a reverse or something.
Yeah.
But when you're grabbing it that high in the air, you're already your momentum's not going up anymore. When you go up to grab that ball, all your momentum's already coming down. And so I feel like maneuvering that could be super difficult and dangerous, but I don't know. I would have loved, because I agree with you. It could have been more flashy. But I think the degree of how high it was, like that was just crazy to me. So
I agree. I don't think where Kenny was like he should have windmilled or something. I was like, there's no way. I don't think there would have been a windmill, but I think you could rotate and grab the ball and just do a reverse dunk too as well.
Okay. No, I could see that.
But that's just my opinion.
No, I agree. I would have loved to see. I'm just trying to figure out, because I can't dunk.
right. I wish I could.
I'm gonna go move my goal now to like 8 feet or something, and then try to get as high as I can jump and see if my body can like adjust or do something cool with it. We'll see. But yeah, Shadow also mentioned with the Tracy McGrady dunk, like that could have been Anfernee Simon's like hero. So it's like for him, it's like, man, it's like that "Mama, I made it" moment, and he's like, I looked up to Tracy McGrady, and I'm doing it. Like that's probably has a huge part to play with it. And I really love that. I really love that.
But we didn't hear that story, so
we didn't hear it though.
We didn't hear it, so
he didn't say anything. It would have been nice.
We're over here ragging like any of us could do. I know, and that's kind of where I'm trying to like put myself. It's like I can't do that, so I don't know how hard. Maybe that was a hard dunk, like reaching all the way up there. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But Anfernee Simons did win it. He wanted off a dunk where he almost
kissed the rim.
I guess I don't know if he was actually trying to kiss the rim or if he was just getting close enough to where like lips are just with the rim. But if
right.
I was like, look, respect. He likes his teeth. He would have had to go to the dentist if he tried to kiss that rim and broke some teeth.
Who was it who said he's like, I would have worn a mouth guard?
I don't know if a mouth guard is. I mean, maybe.
That's a lot of momentum going forward, though.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't even know if like it may have like reduced some of the damage, but I'm sure he still would have lost a tooth or something. Part
of me feels like if he threw it up so high, and I think he was trying to jump straight up, and if he actually did jump straight up, I think he was gonna kiss the rim, but he was kind of going at an angle, and I think he noticed that, and he like kind of backed off, which was smart on his part.
Yeah,
but he got up there.
Don't rearrange your face over a dunk. Let's just
exactly. It's like the trophy's not
yeah. I mean, he got it anyway.
Kenny did say if he did kiss the rim, it would have broke the internet, and I was like, well, if he kissed it or if he broke his teeth, he would have broke the internet. Like either way,
he'd been picking some teeth up, off the court. Like that. I mean, he still won, so it's not, it's not like it hurt that he didn't kiss the rim. We all saw what he was going for.
So let me ask you guys, before you finish your thought there, Stone.
No, you're good.
With this slam dunk contest, was it not as good because none of the dunks initially got you off your seats? It had to be slowed down for you to even think it was good.
None of them had that factor where as soon as you saw it, I didn't have that Aaron Gordon moment where I was like, I got off my seat and was like, okay, now this is the show. Like, let's go. Or the Vince Carter, like the windmill. There was no one dunk this competition that did that for me. Now, when they were first starting, Obi Toppin's dunk where he went between the legs and dunk it, like just a little flare there. I was like, okay, I like that. But I was still hoping like for more, something else to make me jump off my seat. And that dunk this season, and that's just my opinion. That dunk wasn't there for me this year.
Yeah, I agree. There just wasn't a giant like wow factor for me as far as the dunks this year. That Aaron Gordon dunk, like what it did. Like I legit thought like I almost didn't actually see what I saw because I was like, there's no way he essentially sat on the top of that dude and then brought the ball. Like I was just like, there's no way that happened. And then with these dunks, it was kind of like, okay, I mean, I can see what y'all were doing or attempting to do, and but yeah, I'm with Robos. Like, there was just nothing that like made me just go, holy crap! Like, I can't believe they just pulled that one off. Or you know what I mean?
Like, credit to the guys. Like, I liked all the dunks. Like, I was still entertained for the most part, and kudos to those guys for making their dunks because. Most of them, I think Cassius missed 2 of them, and then he went to just a generic dunk to get some points.
That was rough.
But that was rough. But still, like, coming into the contest, he said he was going to have something we've never seen before. Like, and I feel like the one he was going for was similar to the Aaron Gordon without the mascot.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what his other dunk, if he had another dunk for, like, the final round. And that's the hard thing, too. Like, since you can get eliminated, it's tough to like, okay, do I need to get my best dunks in the first round? Do I wait till that's the hard thing about the dunk contest. And because if you miss he was discouraged once you miss the dunk because you want that wow factor. And after people kind of see what you're doing and you miss the dunk, like I could see how you get kind of frustrated and you're just like, man, I wish I would have hit that the first go around.
Yeah, someone had made the I forget one of the announcers or comment. I think it was one of the announcers made the comment that like Jordan and Vince, like they weren't holding dunks back, early. Like he was like they were going all out. Like it was about just going and showing like the best dunks they had right then. It wasn't about waiting and holding them until the last round. He's like, you go out there and you go essentially go big or go home is sort of what I took away from it. And I kind of think that's right. Like I agree in a sense. It's like, the harder the dunk, the higher there's a higher chance that you miss and it hurts you potentially going forward. But on the flip side, it's a gamble. Like if you hit that dunk, like you potentially win it in one dunk. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Everybody's like that's it. Like no one's topping that dunk. You know what I mean? So I think it's a gamble, but I can see both sides where you don't want to risk potentially having to attempt 2 or 3 times before you actually get it.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would go to a different format as far as maybe like let each dunker have 3 dunks. And so they'll take turns. Everyone does their first dunk. Everyone does their second dunk. And then, kind of rate off that way. Because I feel like that discourages and that you're kind of playing that mind game. Like, well, if I don't make it to the final round, then I had this awesome dunk that I was going to do. I feel like that kind of gets in their heads too. And maybe for fans, we're not seeing these guys' best dunk like that they wanted to show off. And I feel like that's kind of sad.
Yeah,
but I don't know how they can change it up. Maybe some other way than I said, but that's just off the top of my head what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah. Any last thoughts on the dunk contest?
Well, Shadow mentioned that she liked having all of the events happen on the same day, which was nice. I'm not gonna lie, I did actually kind of. I don't know. I think the dunk contest during halftime actually works out just because the dunk contest for all of us, I think, in the conversation it's kind of gone away. Like it hasn't been as great as it has been in the last few years. But my only thought, like I said before, is like I didn't really know on the dunk contest. I didn't really know half the dunks really until I actually saw it slowed down on replay.
Mm-hmm.
For it to be spectacular, because initially when those dunks happened, I was like, it's okay. then they slowed it down on replay. I was like, okay. And Simons, and I'll use Simons as an example because I give him credit for his showmanship and his creativity, and I think that's why he definitely won it because he deserved it. He deserved to win it.
Yeah.
But like when you first initially saw that dunk where he kissed the rim, or he was trying to kiss the rim, you didn't think it. You thought it was just like a dunk that Cassius Stanley did, where he just ran and just kind of dunked it. Then he did the kiss and he blew it up to the rim, and then you were like, oh, did he do that?
Yeah.
Then they slowed it down on replay, and you were just like, okay, you deserve that. Okay, I give you. And like the Obi Toppin one, maybe Robles sees this a little bit differently because he's a guard and I'm a forward. But that dribble between the legs, the in and out. Like I didn't see the in and out dribble when he did the dunk. I thought he just did it like a kind of like a pump reverse. So.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And then they slowed it down. I was like, okay, that's actually not bad. I like that.
See, I saw that one before the replay, and I had already liked it just because I saw that little flare there. And when they slowed it down, I was like, yep, that's what I like.
Okay,
I like that.
That's because Robles dribbles and I don't. So
I do look at handles a lot. Yeah.
Just like Shaq, Shaq's like the black tornado. I'm the yellow tornado.
I like how they kicked Shaq off the set for the 3-point cut.
You gotta have more than one career 3-point cut.
I thought that was hilarious.
I should have put elevator Ernie as my favorite dunk.
Elevator. Oh, that would have been good. EJ.
Yeah.
Oh man. So going back to what Shadow said, and Nam hit on this, but having all the events on the same day, I actually really liked. Like it was kind of just like an all day like event. It was really cool, and I think Steph Curry made a comment as well to some news channel or something. Somebody asked him like how he liked it, and he was like, for the players, like, and especially for him, like players of that high caliber, you're having to do interviews and you're having to do like all these other things outside of just playing the game of basketball. And so keeping it all confined to one day, like they could really just focus on being there and playing the game of basketball, playing the game that they love. And I know like all the things are important, like all the interviews, but I feel like when it's drawn out like that, you're just like, can we get to the game already? And I feel like this kind of helped them just get their mind focused and go do what they do best, and that's shoot hoops. So yeah. So our last subject here, I don't know when we actually started. I think we're actually pretty good. But was the actual All-Star game itself. So I know Stone didn't get to watch it all because he was on his way back home. He was out of town. But so I enjoyed the All-Star game. It wasn't as competitive as last year, which was kind of sad. But it was still a really good game. There were some highlights that happened. So we had Team LeBron versus Team Durant. Team LeBron ended up winning. They won every quarter. So, Nob, go ahead and it was the same format as last year, but if you want to let the people know what the format is in the All-Star game now, I really love it. So if you want to go ahead and explain how it works.
Yeah, so the All-Star format is that they for each quarter they're competing against each other for each quarter. Winning team for each quarter gets a donation to their to the charity that they're playing for. The next I'm not actually sure. I forgot how they actually calculate the scores at the end, but the very last quarter, what they'll do is they'll have a particular number that both teams have to get to. And I think they added the numbers with for some reason I feel like that was a Kobe Bryant and
Yeah. So in the fourth quarter, and this was kind of the number they chose the number 24. So whoever the highest team score was, they would add 24 to that, and that was the target score. And so if you've been leading the whole game, like you're closer to that score, and the other team has to kind of, play some defense and get up there. So, but yeah, it is a Kobe Bryant tribute.
Yeah. And I didn't know they added the number with his daughter too as well, but yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
And then they just go at it for the fourth quarter. So we'll see a pretty competitive fourth quarter. And of course you kind of see a competitive first. Hopefully, you would see a competitive first 3 quarters because you want to stay within the realm of being
Mhm.
close to each other, but you also want to win for your charity too as well. So
Exactly. Now that being said, it wasn't all that competitive.
no,
Like as
but
Team LeBron, they won all 4 quarters.
dominated.
They pretty much dominated. Now, they didn't have Durant, so Team Durant didn't have Durant
Didn't have their
on it.
captain.
So I feel like that would have been a game changer. Um, who had Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons on their team?
I think Nick chose that for your team.
No,
Team
but as
Sam.
far as on LeBron and Durant,
Oh,
do you know?
it was Durant's team.
Both of them were on Durant's team.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like that right there, those two guys could have helped as well.
Was it Durant's team? I'm sorry.
I think
No,
it
it
was.
was LeBron's. Was
I
it
know Embiid was because I feel like I think I heard like Durant's team was missing some size, so Jokic was kind of having a field day down there. Now that would have been a little different if Joel Embiid was there. So
It's like whichever team Zion started for. Was it LeBron that Zion started for, or was it? I can't remember for some reason.
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't remember. It wasn't. It was an entertaining game, but it wasn't.
Yeah. No, it was entertaining. So LeBron's team won 170 to 150. So Team LeBron, they earned $1.25 million for the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. And let's see Giannis was MVP of the game. So Giannis was killing it, man. He had 35
Yeah, he was
points.
having a hell of a game.
And he was 16 for 16 from the field. Like, he was perfect. And he shot like 3 3-pointers, 2 of them off the glass. Now, I don't know if that was intentional, but, they went in.
That was intentional. He shot it off the glass. I'm going to say shout out to Giannis. Thank you for listening to our show. I know because Robles was talking trash about your 3-point shooting, you decided to show Robles how you could shoot threes, and in fact, you did it the only way that
I guess
Robles,
I had to pull out my inner Shaq, and
Yeah.
let them know, like, I don't
Giannis
think you're there yet.
Yeah, Giannis shot 3-pointers like he would let Robles know off the backboard, Tim Duncan style.
Well, hey, Giannis, you let me know, man. So if I see that continue on, hey, kudos.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like the All-Star game, it just kind of, and maybe it's just watching this more recent one and watching essentially watching the highlights and everything. I just kind of bummed me out because I'm just like, you can clearly tell that it's just, and it's fine that take a break from the regular season to just have fun and go out and just play basketball with nothing really on the line or anything. And I get that, but just like when you watch like arguably the best of what the NBA has to offer playing in the All-Star game, and then you just realize that the effort that you would normally get in, say, like a playoff or something is just not there. So for me, it's just like, all right, well, I guess I'm really here to see what crazy, nonsensical deep threes, alley-oops, whatever we can see in these games, and scores irrelevant, really. It's just like what these guys having fun, and like I said, I've accepted for what it is. It's hard for me to watch it because it just feels like there's no actual competition. It's just they're just going out there kind of doing their thing, and it is what it is.
I will say, like, last year was very competitive on the fourth quarter, and I feel like if the game was closer, we would have got that same competitive from last year. But since LeBron's team was just up the whole
by
time,
so much.
Now, I think Durant's team was trying to win, but they were just going for threes like the whole fourth quarter, and they weren't really hitting them.
Yeah.
Shadow said Zion was Team Durant. Okay, thank you, Shadow. But
she said too. So.
Oh yeah. Now, what she said there too, it was all offense. Like there's no defense, and that's kind of today's game. Like it's offense. Now I know you didn't get to watch it all, Stone, but some of the shots that Steph and Dame were taking, like they were taking half court shots and hitting them, and it was just like crazy how the accuracy they have just to make those type of shots. Like they started from the 3-point line, they take it a little bit further, and then they were just like bored and was like, okay, let's hit some half court shots, and they were hitting them, and it was like, good grief, like these guys can shoot.
Right.
And then when you have Giannis like shooting that way and doing what he does, I don't. As far as offense goes, there was a lot of offense, a lot of good offense there.
Yeah.
Is there any like plays that like wowed you on the All-Star game or like anything like that?
So there was quite a few plays that wowed me, and actually, kind of going real quick on to both of y'all's points, Shadows and also yours, Robles. I wonder if this year was just different as far as the All-Star game is concerned compared to last year and the year before, just because of the shortened off season for a lot of players trying to get rest. And of course, you didn't have the fans there this year, so I wonder if it was more or less they were just like, we're just here because we have to be here. We're just gonna have fun, as much fun as we can, but whether or not it's gonna be super competitive or not. So we'll see what it's going to be like next year. So a couple of dunks that I will mention. One Zion going like 0 for 4 for like dunks, like was
he missed a few. Yeah.
Kind of threw me off. But the one where which we give Blake Griffin a pass, but I'm not giving Blake Griffin a pass. Blake Griffin, look at me. Chris Paul caught an alley-oop and dunked it.
Yeah.
That was pretty impressive.
Wasn't that a that was Steph that tossed that up there though, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was.
2 guards. Explain that.
So just before, like some previous to that, Steph had got up for a dunk. And that was pretty.
He hung on the rim.
Steph dunk reminded me of you, Robles, because it's like if Robles could dunk, this is what he would do. Exactly what Steph Curry does.
Yep. I mean, that's all I could do.
Real quick, to go back to Blake. Blake, I need you to quit being this dude on double cross. I need you to get serious and dunk the ball. 2019 has been way too long. Chris Paul dunked the ball. Let it go. I need you to do something. Represent Oklahoma, man.
Right.
Sick.
There you go. I agree.
The next, there's the one where Steph Curry did the 2K thing, which basically it's 2K's. Basically, I'm sure Stone would hate it if it happens to him, but Levine actually was doing some pretty good defense on him at the 3-point line, and he lost his dribble, and the ball started rolling towards the backcourt, and he just grabbed it from half court and just kind of tossed it up and just made it right afterwards. And I was just like, what can you do? It was like, you can't play defense to that.
You can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Steph Curry is literally a cheat code. Like, what was that game winner he hit against OKC? And like, I forget who wasn't defending him, but the amount of roasting that the defender got because he didn't move up to guard Steph Curry when Steph would just pass the half court line. And I'm like, what did you expect him to do? Like, do you push up and try to defend Steph Curry, who's one of the faster guards in the league, who probably would have just gone right around him straight to the goal? Or do you play back and just force Steph Curry to take a last-second shot, barely over the half-court line? It's a lose-lose situation because there's a high chance he's going to hit the shot, and then if you move up, there's an even higher chance that he blows right by you. Like, Steph Curry it's impossible. Like, sometimes he has off nights, it's whatever, but so many people have said it, he just makes it look so easy. And it's the most frustrating, for me, it's the most frustrating thing to watch. Because you're just like, what do you do? He's just lobbing a ball up. And it just drops in perfectly. Like, what do you do? What do you do to that?
I mean, yeah, if he's playing your team, definitely frustrating. But if he's not playing your team, that's just a joy to watch. Like,
it's incredible, yeah.
His ability and his, just to do that. Like, what I was gonna say, I think I was actually at Nick's house watching that game when he hit that over the Thunder. I think I was over there at his house.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of that.
And he's definitely one of those shooters where it's like, even from that distance, when he released the ball, you still felt like crap.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's some, like, if Russell takes that shot or whatever and they toss it up, you're just kind of like, okay, I feel pretty good about this. If it goes in, then he just got a lucky shot. It's whatever. But when Steph does it, you're just like, crap. Like, that's a wide open shot for him. Like,
oh, there's last year's 3-point contest,
mm-hmm.
or the year before. Joe Harris. I think that was last year. So yeah, I was gonna say one of the memorable ones was CP3 dunking. I thought that was pretty. That was pretty special. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, wow, he can still get up. Okay, all right, you go CP3.
And I was gonna say, Shadow mentioned one. It was when Chris Paul stole the ball from James Harden, and she mentioned how she kind of laughed and was just like, he did it so nonchalantly, and he was like, "Oh, that's mine now." It was kind of funny because I laughed about that too, because I was thinking to myself, like, he stole that ball and he was just like, "This is for all the times you held me back in Houston."
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. There's that little something there, like, yeah.
Absolutely. I was happy for him too. This is why Phoenix is so high up in the rankings.
True. I still don't know if he should have been in the All-Star game, but we talked about that already.
With Devin Booker being out, I
mean, for all the people that are mad about Devin Booker not making it, is like, well, okay, you got him in, and now he's still not playing. So it's like, I'm off the Devin Booker. Actually, I've been off the train for a while, so I think I had talked about it last episode.
I will say this though, as much as I like Conley being in that All-Star game, I still feel that DeMar DeRozan, like you mentioned, should have been.
I had actually said Mike Conley last episode, and I was gonna, if we brought it up, I was gonna bring it back, and you'd be like, you know what? I love Mike Conley. That's awesome. His 14th year, but I still think DeMar. Like, now looking back, I feel like DeMar should have been there.
He could have been in the dunk contest,
especially for what he's doing with the Spurs team we have now. Like, I feel like he should have been there.
Well, I think the stat is for you guys, and this is a bad side of history. If you want to talk about teams that have been underappreciated, like Utah and Portland, San Antonio is the first team to be over 500 to not have an All-Star represent them. So
yeah, so that's saying something. So now a lot of that is San Antonio's system, how they move the ball, but hey, it wins games. Like, you can't knock that. And DeMar he's an all-star. So, but people will take that as a biased opinion because I'm a Spurs fan, but I think he should have been there. So.
Oh, this is not biased here. I'm a Thunder fan, and Thunder beat the Spurs again.
Thank you, Rob. You can mute him now.
And this has been your Thunder versus Spurs update.
Oh, we're not done yet with the versus Spurs update.
Yeah. So closing it out here. So in the after show last week, we all chose our team. So we had Team Thunder, and then we had Team Spurs. So we chose our All Stars off the who made the All Star team, and Team Thunder won with 161 points to the Spurs 159. Now. Shout out that good picks. I will say two of our players went to go get a haircut and then got, called for contact tracing. So Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons took the risk to, get a nice fade, and ended up not being able to play because the barber, had got COVID recently. So I felt like if those two players are playing, we win that. So they're on my poop list as well. Embiid and Simmons. How you let us down. How dare you?
Yes. So the first annual All-Star Challenge. What was that again? Team OKC? Stone? Time to gloat? Yes.
Yeah, he had nothing to do with it. Well, I guess he made some picks.
I mean, he chose.
Um,
He did make some pretty good picks, except for the LeBron James one.
Yeah, LeBron only had 4. I mean,
to be fair, it's better than my Domantas Sabonis one, but it's
but not by a lot. Shadow says, "I'm a Celtics fan, and we came into the brink on a 4-game win. Hey, that's what's up. Hopefully, is Marcus Smart back yet?
not yet.
Not yet, right? Hopefully,
Not
when y'all
yet.
got him, y'all have a good ending to the season.
I really want Boston to get one more piece, though. I can't. I'm kind of curious.
That'd be good.
I think if Boston gets one more piece, they'll be all right. They'll be in good shape.
They're thinking second game after the break. Marcus is he's a defensive he's also good on the offense, but I feel like his defense, he's really good. He helps that team.
State represent.
All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and close out the show. Stone's back. Stone, we did say Team OKC beat ours, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job on your picks and whatnot.
All nonchalant, and he's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. We didn't have some of those issues, the contact tracing issues and stuff like that. We were pretty solid.
Yeah, we were pretty solid. This is why we stay away from the 76ers. 76ers, this is why you won't win the East.
It's little things like that, man.
How many points did Chris Paul have?
He had 6.
6.
And then
Okay.
Gobert had 10. So
Yeah.
if we would have lost, I would have blamed you on that one.
Yeah. Dude, Chris Paul had more points than LeBron. All right,
the dude with a 10-foot reach. You decided to pick our captain. CPC.
I'm just saying, Chris Paul had more points than LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron
I will
didn't
be honest. If we had lost, I would have just blamed LeBron. 4 points.
I feel like
LeBron-
LeBron though, he was mainly just being a facilitator.
Right.
He had Steph Curry, Dame Dollar,
Oh, for sure. He had all the outside guards just tossing up stuff. But I'm just saying,
we're winning this.
If
LeBron didn't even play the second half, so I think
Exactly.
yeah, I'm just saying though, that's who I'm blaming. If we had lost, I would have been like,
That would have been fair.
You know what? I don't typically agree with Skip Bayless, but best player on the planet definitely ain't someone scoring 4 points in an All-Star game. But we got the win, so I didn't have to say all that.
Pull your inner Skip Bayless.
Yeah, I'm just 4 points. Oh, that's good luck, LeBron. That's
great listening and chilling. Hey, thanks, Kage. BG gonna head to bed. Thanks for the BG. Thanks so much for hanging out. Yeah. Happy you were here. Hopefully, you had some fun listening to us. So we're gonna go ahead and close out the show here. So I will say, Dame Dollar, he won the game off a half-court 3-point shot. So
he did.
That was also really cool to see. Yeah. And once he shot it, as Curry even did it, he was like, and then it went in.
Yeah. 3 points to win. I was like, oh, it's Dame Dollar.
Yeah. Yep. Yet another reason, why he should have been in the 3-point contest. I don't fully get how he wasn't, but I mean,
he probably just decided. Yeah.
Yeah. He went out there and he was like, I should have been
sure
there. Boom.
NBA would have loved it to have him there, but he might have just take a break.
Yeah, for sure.
BG doesn't watch b-ball on the pro level anymore, but it's always fun listening to it. We appreciate that, BG. Thank you so much. You are awesome. Hope you have a great
March Madness one.
We should. That'd be fun, actually.
March Madness. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. All right, so we're gonna close out the show. I did want to say today I saw was International Women's Day, so happy International Women's Day to all of you women. Yes. If you're a baller, if you play basketball, if you're a gamer, a mom, a wife, anyone. Shout out to all the women out there. Thank you for all you do. You are awesome. And so we're gonna close the show out with that. The Cleaner, Nam, Stone, thanks for hanging out, chatting some basketball.
Yeah.
I've been your host, JRob, and if you're watching on Twitch, if you're in the chat, thank you so much. Y'all are amazing for hanging out all the time. And if you're watching on YouTube, come hang out on Twitch, twitch.tv/JRobles44. We'd love to get you in on the discussion. And yeah, so we'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
See ya.